Hello, Helvian here. We are back with more One Piece. Our second volume of our series since we started after the time skip, but yeah, I'm pretty excited for how the One Piece is going. So now the Fishman Island arc is really starting in full force now. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm wearing my One Piece Luffy shirt and we're ready to go. Now, let's Oda's volume comment for this volume is like classic Oda stuff. You know, he drew the his version of the first mother in existence. Um, good for him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, we got so much. Look at all these chapters, so much, and they're all very dense. It took me a while to read this volume. So the first cover art of the volume is what I chose for the side image this episode, and I really wanted to use this one since it has my two favorite characters next interacting with each other. We got Robin, or no, we got Nami riding on top Chopper's back when he's in his reindeer form, which is cute. And they're interacting with a lot of animals, and that's cute. Um, there's like a cat on top of Sanji's back here, which is nice. There's also another cat here on Frankie. There's like some birds around. Brooks playing his guitar. It's another fun uh sorry chapter cover. Yes. You can't see it in the. It was cropped out. I had to crop it out in the over here, but down here you can see there's another cat for Luffy, and yeah, it's very cute. And what's going on? Um, the last left off, and Straw Hats are going through the what was the name of it? No, it's this underwater passage to get to Fishman Island. Um, oh no. Brooks, he sees a whale and thinks of Laboon. Oh, it's so sad. Luffy thinks this one looks like Whitebeard. I don't know how to think about that one. Uh, yeah, apparently it doesn't feel like riding a submarine. It's like they're flying through the air, which is really cool. And this is a must be a very wild experience to go through. It's crazy. Then we got visitors here. The guys from last time, and then we encounter Momu, a very early callback to the Arlong Park arc, which um is definitely a precursor of things to come in this arc. Yeah, I think it was chapter 73 they first encountered this Momu. I think it was Luffy that did, and uh, it was protecting Arlong Park there, but I forget what happened to it after that. Sorry, I'm still trying. I haven't updated my Anki deck for One Piece lately, so I've only gotten up to like early Arlong Park in terms of trying to memorize a lot of the stuff. But yeah, Mumu is a cute like fish cow, and it recognizes. I almost called her Robin again. God damn. He recognizes he. I'm not sure what their pronouns are. Mumu recognizes Nami and runs away. Um, But and but what was his name? Caribou. He gets stranded on the on One Piece's deck. And he's kind of realized how out of death he is here with everyone. Yeah, Sanji being protective of Nami as always. Mm-hmm. We learned that Momo was caught by this guy when he was just wandering around here. So I do wonder what exactly happened to him post Arlong Park. I think that might have been covered in a what do you call them? Not SBS, but maybe SBS, but one of the cover stories. Um, but anyways, the Straw Hats are going straight ahead, but not straight to not straight ahead to Fishman Island. They have to curve around because of the basically they don't want to get into a rough sea current, because there's volcanoes and around there, and Chopper's scared of the volcano. Oh, I do like this gag. Brook's about to make a bone pun, and Chopper beats him to it, and he's just defeated in fear. Oh man, so many great comedic moments with these guys. I love it. And it's gone. There's a lot of exposition here about their current. Basically, they gotta go down. There's like surface currents, and then there's deep currents, and you need to find a certain path to go from the above to below, or below to above. However, if you go to the very bottom, you'll be trapped for a long time, uh, which only Brook could ever withstand that. Uh, and his Chopper is scared again about the ghost. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I thought I remembered there being a scene in this section of traveling to Fishman Island where Nami took a bath, but I think that might be later on when they leave Fishman Island or something like that. I don't know. I actually remember it. Um, I guess it was just one of those scenes that just stuck in my mind. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, they're they. Oh my. Who was it? Luffy, asks about conditions about the weather currents, and while she's trying to, is it? But Usopp here is like, well, it's about the salinity, tell us about the mysteries of the ocean. But then when Nami tries to explain, they're like, yeah, it's like nerd shit. Chopper's so cute here. Oh, so adorable. Yeah, and then they go down the waterfall. Oh man, it looks so great. It still looks so great. Yeah. The ship's durable. I'm not even going. I can't. I'm just. I'm just kind of like going over some of the stuff. Um, much. Some of the more like analysis stuff will come later, but I don't want to get stuck into the trap of just trying to wittily recap events. But yeah, the Kraken's cool. This Kraken on a great page. And of course, Loopy wants to tame it. But I don't know, Chopper foaming at the mouth. Uh, this is a great cover page. Like, draw me like one of your French reindeers. but Chopper's Canadian, so or like pseudo Canadian, like if he was born in the world that we know it, he would be Canadian. Um, he's spiritually Canadian, and that's what he visions himself being, but they have a different vision. Oh, looking so bashful there. Oh, that Chopper's so great. Anyways, uh, anyways, Luffy is acting like Luffy. Um, his this guy's crew came to rescue him, but they get crushed by the Kraken. Uh, and then we're introduced to this concept about how they each can get their own bubble to kind of like swim around. They're really circumventing the devil fruit can't swim rule. They're like they're on thin ice here. Cause like, but that's fine. It's fine. And then as they beat up on the Kraken, with his and not Robin. Robin uses devil fruit, although it's probably weakened since they're in water. Um, Probably same with Luffy, but he's gotten a lot stronger. He's using like an arms hockey, that makes his arm look bigger in Gear 3. Uh, yeah, it looks like pretty powerful stuff. Um, but it's taking all of his energy just to do this since um, the seawater's chopping his strength. So um, looks like I think this is the first time Zoro uses face sword style crossing the six paths. That has to be in reference to whatever, not six paths of pain, but like whatever the six paths of pain is referencing, which is probably something in Buddhism, I would imagine. Um, I remember, I know there's the eightfold path, but that's two more than six paths. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Anyways, he Luffy uses the elephant gun, um, which is nice. Very powerful attack. And I noticed that he doesn't turn into a little kid after this, so he definitely has trained a lot to master the Gear 3. So that has not gone without notice. Although, did he do that in post in Marineford? Not preventing a kid being not going to chibi form? Maybe. I know that was still like that in his lobby. But anyways, going down a current, Octopus Kraken defeated, and now it's dark, and they're separated from Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Uh, Frankie has nipple lights because he's Frankie. Yeah. This is a very cheerful cover page. Oh wait a minute, that reminds me. Um, nope, not that one. This one was a. He's been doing a lot of request Oda recently. And by recently, I mean in this volume and last volume. It looks like the request was Chopper being sketched by raccoon dogs, which is a great prompt to ask. Soon. I'm not sure what this means. Yeah. And this one, Robin reading a book under a tree with birds that look like canaries singing. Great request. Great one. Now there's like jellyfish, and then oh my god, Chopper just wants to be friends with the jellyfish. Oh, he's so friendly. Oh, Chopper. Oh, Chopper. And then he just freaks out after he learns it might be poisonous, and then the another sea beast eats the jellyfish. Uh, he's Chopper's just scared, and then the beast that ate the jellyfish died by the poison, and Chopper's like, "What the hell is going on, man?" Oh my god. Yeah, they're looking around for the guy who escaped, and he's just stowed away on this barrel. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's Caribou. Okay. And but Frankie finds him out quickly. But then now we're on always our moving really fast here. There's just like one thing, the next thing, very fast paced. And there's just hydrothermal vents. It's very hot. And then the anglerfish comes up. Oh my god, anglerfish. And then this comes up, and then he talks about Captain Vanderdecken, who will be one of the main villains of this arc. And then it's I like how Brooke is scared of the ghost ship. Oh my god, One Piece comedy. Oh my god, so great. I mean, it's not like everything's a hit, like some of the stuff with Sanji kind of goes over. Like, not goes over me, it just doesn't hit well for me. But um, so many great gags. And then the Kraken's back. Luffy's tamed it, sort of, or I say sort of, but I don't know. They got stuck. How do these three idiots survive in one of these bubbles? They were so close to dying. Uh, uh. Yeah, Luffy said himself, he almost died. Ha ha ha. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then the volcano or about to erupt. Um, and yes, we're going on eruption. Whoa! And then there's abyss, and then they go to the abyss, and then they come up, and they're on Fishman Island. Fishman Island, yes, yay for Fishman Island. Uh, so the Fishman Island, it has a bubble in it, and the bubble has two layers. Um, and yo, yeah, Sanji, he's been waiting for this moment for so long. Sanji, yes. Yeah, Sanji, your rehab didn't work. I'm sorry. I don't think you should meet any of the mermaids. No. uh, I respect Sanji for this. Yeah, but then we have the sea monsters coming up. They're like, Luffy, will you submit to us? And it's like, no way. And it's like how Nami and Frankie, they talk behind the scenes and like, hey, we gotta get out of here because Luffy is about to do something crazy. Oh, they know their captain so well. They see Brook walking 5 or 6 white dogs with afros. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, Oda. He went straight to 6. I respect that. Yeah, yeah. Luffy, don't make it matter. Chopper, I don't know. And then we coop the burst all the way into Fishman Island. But then they're in the current that's in between them, in between the layers. And they get separated a bit here. And then they wake up. Oh, and there's Kemi. Kami? Kemi? I don't think I've heard her name pronounced. Maybe I have. Not sure. Anyways, they wake up. We have Sanji, Luffy, and Usopp and Chopper here, rest around by themselves. Um, so it looks like I don't know why Sanji's talking in code here, but Bones Brook is useless in the water, but he has Frankie and Zora with him. Pretty fine. So I guess I think I think it said somewhere else, but during this time, Robin doesn't really show up at all. So I guess she's out doing her archaeology stuff. And there was one more Straw Hat I think that's unaccounted for. But I can't seem to place my finger on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh well, we'll go forward. Kemi, she's back. I like it. She has this these are friends. Honestly at first I thought she gave these are kids, but okay. And it is also the nice pun here: Ichika, Nika, Sanka, Yonka, Yonka 2, which is like saying, yeah, it's basically how like it should have been Goka for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but now it's like 4, 2. Doesn't quite translate as well to English, but yeah, still a funny pun. Oh man, Sanji's struggles with his nosebleeds are great. Oh yeah, there's a nice turtle elevator. I like that. I like that a lot. The coral apartments, a lot of great world building here. There's a fishman district. So yeah, look at that. Oh man, the mermaids is every bit as great as Promise. Oh my god. And Sanji's. Oh Sanji, he found the all blue. Um, I don't think this is the all blue, but I feel like Sanji has spiritually reached his peak pinnacle of the series. So you know, maybe maybe you can write him out. Okay, I'm sorry. No. Anyways, there's basically the main. Oh, this is a good one. Oh wait, oh sorry. I have to point out. They called Chopper our Coon dog again, and that makes him mad. I'd be mad too. That's just wrong. You know. Another nice color spread, or it was a color spread, but you know it's a Viz released, so you don't get the color. But the moon is here. Nice. Uh, yeah. Let's just leave Sanji behind here. That'd be. Oh well, we can't just leave Sanji behind. Or maybe we can pick up someone else, like pick up Jinbei here, and then go on. Yeah, we can do that. I was thinking of Jinbei. Luffy wants to meet Jinbei, but he's not on the island. Apparently, former fishmen pirates aren't allowed to stay here. Left this island with, so they all left with Jinbei, which is sad. I wanted to see Jinbei. If I remember correctly, we see Jinbei at the end of this arc, though, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, oh yeah, they point out here that you know, they came here illegally. You know, the Straw Hats are illegal immigrants here. Oh yeah, and now we have the three princes of the Fishman Island kingdom, Ryugu Kingdom. Um, yeah, they're not that much, but their sister, something else. Oh yeah, and then because they had to hide from these guys, she put Sanji's head in her bosom, which causes him to burst like an oil geyser. but then this nosebleed turns into an actual. It turns from a gag to an actual plot point where Sanji's life is in danger, and that's so great. Uh, oh man, and it's like the only one series I've seen this be like an actual plot point. Like, oh man, it's so good. But yeah, Sanji's in danger, and they use this because it introduces us to this plot point where of discrimination between the fishman and humans, the fishmen and the humans, because the humans they didn't want to mix blood mix, kind of like how back in the when I say olden days, I don't know olden days, like it took only a few decades ago in America, and I assume some other countries too, but yeah, I'm America, so um, America, you know, right, blood, sharing blood. People would like refuse blood transfusions from people of other races, or well, I say it's mostly white people refusing to receive black blood, even though it's the same blood. It's the same blood as long as okay, no, as long as it's the same blood type, it's the same blood. Anyways, um, so yeah, Freshman Island arc, big theme is racism, and I do think, at least so far, it's kind of covering that better than the Arlong Park did, although that wasn't as big of a theme in the Arlong Park, but I do think it's all right, at least so far. Anyways, he does manage to get a blood transfusion. I don't know. We see Kami. She's like she would do it, but she doesn't have the same blood type as Sanji, who apparently has a rare blood type, or uncommon at least. I forget who was the donor. Oh wait, no, I remember the donors. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Akira Jean-Baptiste Hattori. I see what you're doing here. Request: Vivi scrubbing the palace floors while supervised by some Siamese cats. At least we got cats. Rock, we got cats here. Uh, oh, nice. Anyways, Sanji is in danger. He got blood transfusions from these two Akama type characters. Bringing back some PTSD from that island he was left in. But yeah, it looks like Luffy's gotten some like poison resistance from when he fought Magellan. That's cool. Uh, I like to see that. And apparently this is one of the better swordsmen of this place. So I look forward to when Zoro eventually fights the swordman. So I'm just saying that, looking forward to that. We got this Madame Charlie. She's a fortune teller, and she has quite accurate fortunes. But oh yeah, before we get to that, we got so much things going on. I can't talk about every minutia of what happens here. So, but yeah, Papagu, Papagu, Papagu is back. That's great. He's a superstar. He's great. Um, there's a fish taxi. That's cool. Anyways, there apparently there's like, let's see. Anyways, what was this? Something that so Captain Vanderdecken exists, but like they saw a fake or something like that before, like in the when the ghost ship came. But anyway, oh yeah, they saw like his ghost ship, but then the actual Vanderdecken is a villain in this arc. Um, Vanderdecken, that's the 9th, 8th. I don't know. Anyways, so there's a candy factory. This is some setup for the future. There's a candy factory. Fishman Island used to be under the protection of Big Mom. Or no, it used to be under Whitebeard's protection, but now it's under Big Mom. But Big Mom had the addition that to make candy for her. Yeah, we got Luffy sitting here. Big Mom, she's one of the 4 emperors, like Shanks. I wonder if I'll ever meet her. I wondered that too, Luffy. I wonder if you'll meet her. As the fortune lady, she predicts that she'll bring ruin to Fishman Island, which causes some issues. Karoo, figure skating with penguins, which is cool. Apparently, that kind of news. Devil fruit is called the mag fruit, but I don't know what that. I don't know what the Japanese version of that would be. But anyways, we got the big arc here, Noah's arc or whatever. They're doing the Maxim arc, the Maxim from Skypiea again. Although actually not. I don't know how I don't remember how the context plays differently. I remember a scene in my head about like Luffy trying to prevent it from crashing down or something. But yeah, big ship, kind of like how NL had a big ship. Looks like it's a One Piece. There has to be a lot of big ships. Okay. Anyways, we got the new Fishman Pirates here. So far, none of these guys stand out to me much, but maybe I'll get some cool fights. Anyhow, oh yeah, one of the things he does is they have drugs now. We're talking about drugs now. So basically, fishmen they are like 10 times as strong as humans, but they also have these drugs that make them much stronger. However, it shortens their life. But yeah, hopefully, thematically wise, Oda can do some interesting stuff with this, but not yet because I don't know. I read the volume, but nothing has come of it, basically. Anyways, looks like now he's bargaining for something. What's going on here? Oh yeah, Nambi gets gets to take some stuff for free, but then they're like they're raiding the whole shop. It's cool. Neptune's coming with Ho. That's that unfortunate name, but oh man, Oda has some interesting wheel designs. They're kind of. Is it weird to say this is kind of cute? It's kind of cute, but like a cute but not cute. But you can see the vision, right? It's kind of cute, but not that cute. But yeah, I don't know. And as you see Hody Jones here testing out the energies. They're literally just calling them steroids, which fair enough, I guess. But maybe this One Piece they could have come up with something better. But oh well. And of course he gets very strong, and the handcuffs were just for flexing. But yeah, and they're gonna defeat the King Neptune guy and take over Fishman Island. Yep, it was another nice spread. I don't know. There's a lot of cool cover pages with Straw Hats, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of them get kind of samey a bit. Like there's a lot of them, a lot of cover pages that are just the Straw Hats doing stuff. It does kind of get a bit samey, even though sometimes they mix it up a bit. Like they'll have like some of the characters from the current arc that they're in join up, but like I don't know. What I'm saying is Oda should do more cover pages like this with villains. That's what I'm saying. Like a villain group, like one for CP9 would have been cool. Or I say would have been. I've already had them. I'm just forgetting. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. But yeah, the caribou guy. He has a swamp fruit. They mentioned that it was a Logia type earlier, but is it a Logia type? I'm not. It kind of feels. I could see it going Logia or Paramecia, kind of like how Luffy is Paramecia, but I don't know. It maybe it does. It definitely looks like it could be Logia. But anyways, maybe I shouldn't question it. Anyways, yeah, they're kind of they're in a conundrum here, but like they so like this fortune teller is very accurate. So and she's saying that hey, this Luffy guy, no good, no good. But on the other hand, they have like a debt to Luffy because of him. What was it? He saved Shirahoshi's pet, and there's also other stuff like probably just for helping Whitebeard out and stuff. I forget. No, dang it, it's Megalo, same name as one of the Vivosaurs from Fossil Fighters, but the one from Fossil Fighters isn't a Megalodon. It's just like a Megalosaurus, but it's not like a. It's like a theropod. Huh. That's way off the topic. Anyways, so they kind of like they kind of like settle on kind of like just hey we'll take you into custody, but I don't know, that doesn't work. Anyways, but they're at the castle. There's like a dragon. Kaido, is that you? No, I don't know. Why is there's so many dragons. Oda likes dragons, I think. But yeah, we got the king. He's asking about Shirahoshi, about these guys, Minister of the Right on the left. I wonder if this matches their political views. Yeah. If he's looking for food, and of course he ends up finding a beautiful lady instead. Once again, Sanji is jealous, and we have Shirahoshi. I remember liking Shirahoshi, although Luffy doesn't or does. It's a bit it's a bit hard to tell. Anyways, yeah, Vanderdecken here again. Has the what was it, Mark fruit or something like that? Basically, he can hit whatever target he wants at any time, and he just throws an axe, and then like it just goes out off in the distance, and then it comes back here, and that's why Shirahoshi has spent like a long time in her room because this Vanderdecken guy is just no good. He just keeps throwing her shit. Yeah. Wait, he has a Mark curse. That has to be Telford, right? That's just how she's framing it. Yeah, has to be. It has to be. Shirahoshi looking fine though. I wonder how big that. Yeah, they're quite big. Anyways, yeah, Shirahoshi, she's kind of like a wimp, crybaby. But she's been like, of course she is, because she's like been like a pampered princess who's been trapped away, for her own good. At least, a lot. They'll always, whenever there's like these sheltered princess stories, it's always for their own good. But this one, I can actually see why they would say that, since considering her circumstances with the guy trying to kill her, you can always hit her if he wants. But yeah, yeah, she's emotionally stunted by all of this stuff. But then Luffy just says, "I hate you," but then is like, "Hey, let's take a walk." Does Luffy even know what hate means? Did he just pick that up from Zoro or something. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't know. Um, Zoro broke out of jail because he wants to have fun. That's cool. Bandodecken and uh, what do they call him? The guy, the fishman leader, we had meeting with um, was it Hody Jones? Hody Jones. Yeah. So, hmm, I wonder why he took his glove. He put on the glove before shaking. Does he have a power that would make it weird? Not sure. Are there any don't answer if this is spoilers, but are there any fishmen with double fruits? That'd be interesting because I don't think Jinbei has any because he would have shown it. But I think typically they just rely on their 10 times strength, which I mean that's a good one to rely on. But I mean if you still can't measure up to like the Straw Hats, maybe take a double fruit or something. I know it could be disadvantage disadvantageous since you're in Fishman Island, but I mean Luffy still gets around plenty fine, so I don't know, maybe it might be worth it. Or maybe they just die if they take it. I don't know. Anyways, we're at the last chapter here of the volume. They had tied up the king. They just kind of like inadvertently kind of took over the whole place. And Nami's just like, why did it have to come to this? Yeah, they really have gotten a lot stronger. Not just Zoro, but even the weak three that Usopp talked about. They're just a lot stronger. Nami just wants to find the treasure chamber. And there's kind of almost a throwaway line, but it's more like setting up for later. Nami, this guy tells Nami that she won't be able to navigate the new world with just a simple log post that she has. Which I think, I don't know how I feel about this because it kind of makes Nami's. We're still riding off the post time skip hype because we're trying to figure out how everyone has improved since the time skip. But this kind of makes it seem like Nami hasn't done as much because she's still out of her element in the new world. Which I mean, I can understand it, but do they really not know about these mega life log poses or something, or whatever they're going to talk about later on? Did they not know about these earlier? In like the weather Pia got place? I don't know. Kinda feels weird, but okay. They're nerfing my girl Nami. I hate to see it. But anyways, they're talking about what was this? Yeah, they're kind of like having a standoff with their royal card type. Oh, whoops! I turned off my second monitor. Up, that's fine. Recording didn't stop, so let's go. So they had a message from Jinbei: "Do not fight Hody, and I await you in the forest of the sea." Which Hody, yes, do not fight this guy. I don't think that will age well, but hopefully they can get the message in time. Yeah. Chopper, he has Kung Fu Point. That's great. He looked kind of weird, but it's a kind of chubby guy. He's chubby now, but he's Kung Fu Point and chubby Kung Fu. It's cute. But the place Shirahoshi most wants to visit is the Force of the Sea. So lots of things happening in that place. Chirashi wants to go there. Jinbei is there, apparently. Sanji wants to go to the princess, of course. And then there's Vanderdecken. He throws another spear, and they try to get the Straw Hats to like touch her from it. Since none of the other guards are awake to do it. But he's always like, "Why are the hostages telling us what to do?" Which is a good question. But I can understand why they would do it in this situation. Anyway, but Luffy has a plan, and then, but yeah, apparently they had people inside that the spear. Now they're just they've infiltrated the place, but so now there are bloodthirsty pirates around, so that's bad. He put Shirahoshi and Megalo here. It's like, what the hell, man? Luffy. Oh, Luffy. Wait, there's a dedicated page to the earthquake victims, so I guess this was around 2011. And Luffy was like, doing Luffy stuff. Yeah, good stuff here. Yeah, definitely good volume, but it definitely took a lot to read because, oh man, so much text crammed into everything. But there's a lot of good Straw Hat interactions within that text. So, I mean, I don't blame Oda for doing it. Like, imagine if if One Piece had the same amount of text as it did, but it was released with the same text density as like Bleach. Like, it would go on. It would be like that adds a few years to it. Like we would only be at the beginning of like Wano or something if that was the case. Maybe not even. I mean, I haven't done math yet, but that's just how I envision it. But yeah, but yeah. Good, I mean, anyway, good stuff here. There's not. I don't feel like there's enough for me to analyze critically because we're mostly in the early stages of the arc. So, but there's a lot of good moments. So, anyways, until next week, or until next week if you're only here for the One Piece. But until next time, if you like, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Have a good one.